Hello, friends. My name is John Luque. I'm an English student at University UNAD. I really like languages. I like English and I love teaching. Within the course of materials design, we have this activity to check the insights of material development. So let's start. And the first aspect is that decades ago, and the materials development activity was exclusively carried out by text developers, people specialized in publishing textbooks to meet very specific and standardized requirements of teaching English. You can remember these textbooks maybe at high school. There were a mass production of books without taking into account aspects like cultural approaches or learning styles or the interests or motivations of the students. They just focus on activities according to a selected method or approach. For example, grammar activities or communicative activities attached to learning resources like DVDs, videos, or maybe tests, and they illustrate methods that the teacher should follow in order to meet the requirements. But this change because the students have interests and motivations, and the teachers should address them so that teachers play the role of designers and so as to develop materials. The demands are first, we should take into account the learning style and the pace of the students. Some students learn listening, playing, uh, maybe communicating or interacting. We should balance the learning objectives with the institution goals and the students' interests. We should promote pair working and group working in order to make students collaborate and socialize. In the time, they lower anxiety and they promote scaffolding within the students. That is to help each other when they know. Another aspect is the materials should be enjoyable. When the students use the materials, they should have fun and they motivate in the time they learn. The materials should be meaningful. They should address learning objectives or aims and the needs of the students so that the students understand or know what they are doing and why they are doing that. Okay, what are they learning in the process? And last but not least, teachers should inspire, and they should inspire because their materials should be reflective, resourceful, and receptive. Teachers are more willing to take risks in order to be creative, in order to use what they have. And now we are going to address the essential components of materials, the process of design and select materials. The first one is the needs assessment. This is a thing that help teaching because we improve our decision making abilities because we have like a diagnosis of our students or a classroom, the strengths, the weakness, and we also assess our pedagogical practice in order to improve our resources or our methods and in order to help students enhance their abilities. The second component is to Establish goals and objectives. Imagine we have a map, and in the horizon we have our destination. The destination is the goal, the main goal, and the objectives are the points within the path we have follow in order to meet our main goal. Then we have to select the content, and we should design a syllabus, which is a table in which we or a graphic in which we would check what are more appealing to them. Then we have to select the materials and the activities. We have to ask ourselves if the material is useful, is suitable according to the age of our students, is available. Imagine you design an activity that require internet, and in the school there is no internet, so it is not available. And the activities must be graded according to the students' skills or level. Then we have to structure the content and the activities. There are several um, approaches to a structure. The more common is going to the more general to the specific. That is the building approach. There is other which is the recycling approach, in which we follow a systematic or a well-structured path where we recycle the learning that the previous learning, and we start building upon this point. Then we have evaluation again, but in this time we have to distinguish between formative and summative assessment. The idea is to follow a formative assessment approach or evaluation, in which uh, we check the strengths and the weakness of the students again, but through the whole process in order to improve our pedagogical practice again, and our content, our materials, even our goals. And last, we have to take into account our resources and our constraints, so that there is a reflection in the test which teacher should be resourceful. And when we have lack of materials, we stimulate our creativity, we innovate, and there is that feeling of creating new materials. At the end, I would like to give my opinion of the teacher's role when designing activities or materials. And from my point of view, and according to the test, a process which implies be rational, that is planning what we want to teach, how we want to teach, and uh, what our students are. So this is a rational process. And after planning, we should like inspire ourselves and promote our creativity in order to be an artist, which brings uh, many resources and create new materials. So the teacher as a designer should be an artist, should be an artist that promote creativity, and that make very interesting, enjoyable, suitable and meaningful activities and materials. Okay, thank you. That is all. Um, remember, the test we check in order to give this presentation was published by de Universidad Externada de Colombia, and Pardo and Telles, ELT Materials, the key to fostering effective teaching and learning settings. Okay, bye bye.